This time they're telling the Brigade, no take-backs, Chris Curran. This is our race.
Woo. They said run it again, no problem.
Griffin roll through his box jumps. Here's Fisher. Roll's gonna make sure he stays in front of that finish line. Amanda Fisher and Griffin roll, and the Wild will take partner forward. In this race, Brigade on to that final quadrant. It's gonna be Medina and it's gonna be Wilson.
A few faults on the Brigade side from Medina. Looks like he's not having a very clear lockout at the top with his hips.
I was just about to mention it. I was just about to mention it. Medina was not done. You made the great point, Cassie, where Medina had a few faults. And I was just about to mention it. They were going to have to hold the bar as Medina finished his reps. And Wilson dropped the barbell. She dropped the barbell in the mirror. The entire team must go back to the start line, back to the finish line. So a number of mistakes on the Gainesville Wild side. But ultimately, it was a mistake. A big mistake on the Brigade side that cost them that race. Chance for redemption. He's going up against Griffin Raleigh. They are ready, and they are off. So handstand walk all the way down to that barbell. Griffin Raleigh, Medina just about one hash mark, but Raleigh making up ground. One clean and jerk, 300 pounds. Griffin Raleigh, Medina did not lock out.
And we had just seen that happen in the mirror. Medina was having problems with that lockout.
And we talked about it. It's that time frame you must finish the race between. So it's going to be close. He is going to be clearing these ladders. As Sydney Witter, we just saw her do it right there, right now. Megan Adams on your screen. She will clear the ladder. That's a total of 10 points for each team.
And here we have Ariana Durham for the Tampa Bay Brigade, the first kids grid player to make it to the actual Florida Grid League adult team. How exciting is that?
Amanda Durham.
Fourth
Ariana Durham
makes the clean. Will she do it? Oh, and she makes the jerk. She is just 17 years old. That's crazy.
Cassie, get out of town.
Woo.
Ariana Durham making her Grid League debut at just 17 years old. Clears the entire ladder, 195 pounds on that fourth quadrant.
That was amazing. Griffin Rowe clears that ladder as well for the Gainesville Wild. Aaron Medina here with the clean and jerk.
10 seconds. Lawrence Curry on that fourth and final quadrant. He's got 5 seconds. Lawrence Curry locks it out. Lawrence Curry with 4 big points for the Tampa Bay Brigade to close out that race. Bonus flag has been thrown by Chris Curran, the Brigade. This race is worth an extra point. Chrisman and Adams are off. Jess Chrisman, this is her race. I've seen her win it multiple times, year after year. Can she do it again and get that bonus flag point for her squad? Hands are up on both sides. About a 1-rep lead. Jess Chrisman is gonna smoke this ringer point race. Marissa Oxenford, 10 freestanding handstand push-ups.
Carrie Billington finishing it up, giving way to Justin Adams to complete those handstand push-ups.
Oh! And the Brigade are back in this match. And an interesting strategy. All 3 ladies are flipping it together, and you see Wilson and Kresman going over to guide it down, as we said.
Sydney Witter at the helm, the tallest one. There you go. Team effort here.
Yeah, because as that drops, it's going to bounce. And you see it with the aces. They're just dropping, and it's bouncing. It's moving in different directions. That's going to come into play here as, already the Brigade have a large lead, a full quadrant ahead of the Wild.
The Gainesville Wild are very efficient in this.
And the Brigade will cross the finish line as that flip side hops over. Plenty of time left for the Wild. They'll cross the finish line. They are off. I like that, though. It was Hibbard and McClellan started off without Raleigh.
What a great strategy.
But look how it's moving.
time.
It's bouncing everywhere. I don't know if that's going to come into play here as they start in the center.
Grid.
Yes, exactly. Can't come off the grid. Probably about one more flip now for the Gainesville Wild, and they're going to have a 2-point lead going into the sprint relay. She's going to handstand walk all the way down the grid floor. If there's anyone that can get the Brigade back into this, it's going to be Chris Yaffe.
Look at him go.
Justin Adams onto the pull-up rig for the Wild.
It looks like Dalton Herrero is getting ready to be tagged in. A lot of ground to be made up here for the Tampa Bay Brigade.
Adams is through. 12 dumbbell hand snatches, 40-pound dumbbells. We saw Justin Adams. Here's his wife, Megan Adams. 2 reps to go for Adams.
And here we go. The Gainesville Wild are about to come up to that element, that touch to the ring.
It's going to be Patrick Long. It looks like Long is going to finish all 9 reps. He's going to at least try to. A little swing in that ring right now. He's tapping it a little hard for my liking right now. Not a problem for Long. He is through.
There we go.
We questioned Coach Dan with throwing the bonus flag.
We did.
He had the utmost confidence in the world in his team and in Griffin Raleigh. It's going to be a 3-point swing for Raleigh and the Gainesville Wild as they will take the 4th match of the day.
Bad 4-point touch for Griffin Raleigh. Aaron Medina is finishing up his last 2 reps. And it looks like it's going to be no problem for the Gainesville Wild.
I think Raleigh just wanted to add some more suspense to the end of this race, but he'll cross the finish line, and the Gainesville Wild will take the race. DeMatti might be new to the FGL, but he does not look like it. Trisha Davis definitely is not. Derek Anderson and Sam Nally definitely are not. And we are neck and neck. It's Sam Nally, Trisha Davis. 38 box over. Anderson is done. Trisha Davis with a fault. Can Nally win it?
Wow, and that's going to be a photo finish.
And the Aces have come back, climbed back into the lead, into the 4th and final quadrant. Taylor Stallings, Ryan DeMatti. Can DeMatti redeem himself from that partner forward?
Hands are up. 3 reps remaining for the Aces. They're about 2 reps ahead of the Sharks. Waiting for the partner. Everything is down. Aces in. Sharks still going to able to get under that cap with 5 seconds to spare.
The action has started.
And as you can see, they're splitting that white line that crosses through the barbell. Half of their body must be on each side of the line. Hands are in the air. It looks like the Aces. There was a fault for the Aces. Chest did not touch the ground on the burpees. That would be a fault ultimately in this type of race with only 10 repetitions. Not going to give it to you.
Yeah.
Well, they can essentially take this bar any way they want. Going for that clean and jerk. That barbell, 175 pounds. No issue for her.
So if you're watching at home, you're keeping track. It's 40-40.
Yeah, that's a total of 10 possible points for each player. So if they do clear the entire grid, 10 points going to that player.
Olivia Scott on your screen just cleared the floor. Here's Sam Nally. Kayla Hollings. Everyone has cleared the floor for the Aces. Here's Kristen Benito with the squat clean. Benito jerks it. Sharks, from my count, everyone's cleared the floor. Janine Nicole, 15 seconds on the clock.
This is black for the Aces and
Gunning. Valerie Gunning cleared the floor. It looks like the Aces may have done just enough to stay within that 10-point range. Kennedy, DeMatti are off. Habich through the bonus flag. Can Ryan DeMatti redeem his mistake from earlier on? And it's going to be close. It was a picture finish. Nick Habich is cheering as if he believes they have won this race. It was a photo finish. finish. Here comes Durant in the back of your screen. There she is.
She's 4 reps in. Her hand has gone up for her referee.
Her and Black will have to go to the finish line, cross it together, and they will. And it looks like the Aces will get back within 3 points.
The sled is flipping for the Aces. That's 450 pounds for these ladies.
And
80 feet.
A huge fault on the side of the Sharks. Huge fault on the side of the Sharks. I mean, the Aces were the first to the flip sled, so I don't think it really matters too much, but we'll explain in a second as the Aces cross the finish line, and the Aces will take the female triad. The Aces will be the first to touch and flip the sled. Gomez is still on the rings.
They did it again.
Mistake.
So, yeah, same exact mistake. Now, we're going to watch the Aces easily beat the Sharks here, so we'll just talk about what happened. There's 1 player out on the grid. There were 2 that needed to be touching that flip sled. As long as only 4 hands were on it, it would have been fine. When that 3rd player grabbed a hold of it, instantly made it a fault. It erases any effort that they put into lifting it up. And now, the Sharks out on their 80-foot handstand walk.
Sam Alley on the floor on your screen in the green. She's about a 2-quadrant lead above David Blatt and the Aces.
This race is far from over. They have handstand walks. They've got deck to pull over. We've got hang snatches, burpees, and clean and jerks still remaining in these elements.
Here comes FGL rookie Christian Alvarez-Diaz.
Alvarez-Diaz flying over that bar, hardly making contact with his body. He doesn't even need to.
All the way from Colombia, Alvarez-Diaz.
As a rookie, you're seeing Alvarez-Diaz having a little bit of a shake-up. Probably first-time jitters out on the grid.
Kennedy now on your screen performing the dumbbell hang snatch. Here comes Lacey Boyd. You saw a feature in her on the previous commercial, coming back from an Achilles tear. Just 4 reps separate the Aces and the Sharks. 4-point touch for Kennedy.
Boyd just finishing up. She's heading back to the start for 4 points of contact.
Now this can make it. Berga on the floor with the 9-foot burpee to ring touch. 9'9", excuse me. Daryl McNeil, someone we usually see doing this element. Once again, it's extremely important. They've got to touch the ring, and they can't hit it too hard.
Now, McNeil was faulted on his first rep, but looking over at the Sharks, he's now been faulted 2 in a row. And what happens is you find that these gentlemen start to get fatigued, and the ring will start moving, and this could make things very iffy.
And
fault for the Sharks. Aces now out front.
McNeil was able to go through it and stay clean. Shappy now on the floor for the Sharks.
And we've got, for the Aces, Alex Hollings. He's got 7 reps. The referee's hand is in the air, so 4 reps remaining, 225 pounds of those clean and jerks.
Plenty of time for Hollings. 2 more reps to go. The Orlando Aces threw the bonus flag. Taylor Stallings put it all out on the line, and Alex Hollings and the Orlando Aces will go to 3-0. They will remain undefeated and pretty much lock in a spot into championship weekend.